Welcome to a powerful thought experiment. Today, we ask a deep, a truly bold question. What if America donated 10% of its total national income to the struggling nation of Sudan? This idea may sound completely impossible, a fantasy of idealism, but please, I urge you, stay with me, because the results of this thought experiment might utterly shock the world. The United States has built an empire of wealth, holding one of the highest national incomes on Earth. Even a fraction of that is massive. It is a terrifying mountain of capital. Sudan, on the other hand, has borne the scars of decades, crippled by conflict, crushed by poverty, haunted by instability. So what happens when the richest nation commits its deepest resources to a struggling nation? This isn't about stale politics or broken foreign policy. It's about pure economics. It's about humanity, and about what transformational change truly looks like. Let's break this down step by careful step. Money, impact, transformation, and the ripple of global consequences. And you will see how one single deliberate donation could forever reshape the destiny of millions of souls. So sit back, relax, and imagine a world where this impossible, massive giving actually happens. This is the story of a donation so big it can rewrite history itself. Let's start simple. America's gross domestic product, or GDP, is roughly $27 trillion. 10% of that is an economic supernova. It is about $2.7 trillion per year. Think about that number for a moment. 2.7 is more than the entire annual economic output of almost every country on the planet. For Sudan, whose current GDP hovers around $34 billion, this amount is truly unimaginable. This single donation would instantly be 80 times Sudan's entire economy. Imagine your personal income multiplied by 80. That is the raw, unconstrained scale of transformation we are discussing here. No nation in modern history, no nation has ever received such a colossal external financial boost. This donation would be larger than the historic Marshall Plan, the fund that painstakingly rebuilt the shattered landscape of Europe after World War II. Sudan would instantly become one of the most well-funded nations, not just in Africa, but in the developing world. So now, the overwhelming question becomes, how do you even begin to spend that much money to heal a nation? The first, most sacred priority would be survival itself. Food, clean water, and sustained farming support. Sudan already possesses vast, fertile land. It only lacks the investment to unlock its bounty. With this deluge of billions, Sudan could commission and build monumental water pipelines reaching across the entire country. Irrigation could transform dusty, unforgiving deserts into productive, hopeful farms, just as Egypt and Israel did before. Food shortages, the crushing burden of scarcity, would drop dramatically within just a few critical years. Millions of mothers and fathers would no longer rely on the uncertain arrival of international aid for their children's basic meals. Sudan could rapidly become a major agricultural exporter for Africa, a source of life. With stable food access, every other part of society improves, as if by magic. Child malnutrition rates would drop by more than half. A healthier, nourished population means a stronger and ultimately a much more productive nation. Next, imagine the profound, quiet revolution of education. Imagine building tens of thousands of new schools across every city and remote village. Every single child in Sudan could receive quality education for free. The very best teacher training programs could be implemented, bringing in world-class educators to train a new generation of local teachers. Textbooks, technology, and guaranteed school meals would be abundant, flowing without limit. Education investment is the strongest, most fundamental way to truly break the ancient chain of poverty. Sudan's literacy rate, currently hovering around 60%, could rapidly surge to above 90%. University attendance would skyrocket, fueling intellectual ambition. Sudan could emerge as a powerful regional education hub for East Africa. The future workforce would be smarter, more creative, and completely global ready. All of this comes from just allocating the money with strategic purpose. Healthcare would see perhaps one of the biggest, most emotional transformations. Sudan could build modern, well-equipped hospitals in every major city simultaneously. The tragedy of maternal deaths would drop dramatically, saving thousands of families from needless grief. Sudan struggles every day with preventable diseases. This funding would change everything. Aggressive, comprehensive vaccination programs would reach every single child. Life expectancy could rise by an astonishing 10 years, redefining what a full life means. Medical universities could train thousands of new doctors and nurses, turning the tide of the public health crisis. Sudan could become a respected center for African medical research. With a healthy, thriving population, productivity and growth skyrocket. Healthcare is the foundational pillar of any strong, compassionate nation. Billions in direct investment translates into millions of immediate new jobs. New roads would connect every remote region, erasing isolation. Airports and ports would be completely modernized, ready for global trade. Crucially, Sudan's natural resources would be processed locally, adding value, rather than simply exported cheaply as raw materials. The economy would rapidly diversify, shifting into high-value agriculture, technology, and manufacturing. Unemployment, the great stifler of hope, could drop by an astonishing 70%. New businesses, large and small, would emerge everywhere, fueled by fresh capital and demand. Sudan could become a rapidly rising African economic power. International companies would rush to invest, seeing a stable, well-funded, and skilled market. A prosperous Sudan means a prosperous and stable East Africa. This massive donation would not just change Sudan, it would profoundly reshape global politics. America would gain enormous and justified humanitarian influence. Africa would see America not as a distant power, but as a true strategic ally. Global stability always rises when the pain of poverty falls. This single act could reduce refugee crises dramatically by providing hope at home. Education and jobs are the quiet forces that reduce conflict over time. Sudan's story of rebirth would inspire other nations towards similar transformation. This becomes a model, a new blueprint for global humanitarian investment. The world becomes safer, more stable, when nations lift each other up. And it all begins with one profound, revolutionary act of giving. So what if America donated 10% of its income to Sudan? Millions lifted from poverty. Millions given opportunity. Millions given hope. It proves one singular thing. Extreme generosity creates extreme, undeniable change. Whether or not this ever happens, the idea alone shows us the true potential of humanity when we stop competing and start lifting each other up.
Thank you for watching this journey of imagination and hope. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.